Hi guys, so I know you guys saw the last update video yesterday. Um, Today is the same day, like 5 minutes later. So we get straight right into it. The Lion EA. It is with great honor that I tell you guys and inform you guys that I have completed the Lion EA to my likeness. Any comments? Any additional things you guys think I should implement that might help profitability, reduce drawdown? It's up to you guys. I believe in the last video I told you guys about the last update. It was a volatility filter. So let me just jump straight right into the presentation and give you guys find it. So this is originally the slide. You guys know this one, the Lion EA low drawdown portfolio. Dynamic, but that adjusts dynamically to the market and executes orders. Those are prices I was coming up with, but we forget that. Right, notice, please note that the following results are from premium backtest data and market simulated conditions based on this data. And this was the whole 9 yards, right? So what am I gonna give you guys today? This is not the correct one. It is this one. Nope. This one. Right. This is what we have for version 1.5 after all the updates. This is and testing. Please stand on this version. So I just put myself up here. I will take examine the data of it present. So let's dive straight into it. So let me just discuss the update. The update has been a ATR filter. I will not digress the settings, but this is to check for volatility for price action. I don't believe in turning off the bot during news because a bot's supposed to be able to withstand any event. But what you can do is have a filter for volatility. So the ATR was the best thing. Volatility meaning how the market condition currently is. If it's a normal market condition. If it's a volatile time, it's extremely volatile. Like Friday, last week Friday, it'll go down in history. October the 10th, there was a flash crash. Biggest crash in crypto markets, a crash in stocks, all because Trump said he was increasing the import by 100%, the import tax from China. Now, this is the thing, there was no news event. So, how could you even, I don't know, say, determine if something like that's going to happen if it's not on the news forecast? It's not on the news forecast, so then the bot would have not turned off and then hit losses. Even when you're backtesting, you don't have that news. You don't have that news data to tell you, all right, this date had news, this date no. After the test, you can find out if it had news that day. Sometimes, like it doesn't be on a forecast. It doesn't be dated. It just happens. So this is why I did price action volatility filtering, and the ATR was the best volatility filter. And this is the findings, right? So I backtested about 15 pairs and came up with a short list of six pairs. And from the 6 pairs, I was able to pick the best one for growth. And this here is a presentation on growth. So I'd like to formally welcome you guys to the Lion EA growth presentation. So let me jump right into it. Lion EA growth that prints consistent profits. So this is the growth edition, right? Advice user more of a 4K balance. Now you might be thinking I plenty, there's a lot of risk. My calculations, specific calculations and knowledge, and you gotta think about it. Trading is not something that you could take $10 and turn into $1 million. You're gonna over leverage. A great trader would tell you set your expected risk. It's about 5% of the account. You take profit for 2x, something like that. You don't risk the whole account at once. So this is basically it. You need a balance to be able to print profits. Now the growth system is not for a prop firm, strictly for live accounts only. Could work on a cents account. So 4K will be $40 on a cents account. So this was the findings for backtest over the last 5 years, 5 or 6 years, 6 years, well 5 years plus the remainder of this year that went already, still October. So 5 years and 10 months. Yeah. The pair in question is AUDUSD Aussie US, and this was the findings. So over the period of over the period from 2020 to 2025 October, this was the findings. One major drawdown. Now this drawdown you'll be thinking that's big. No, it's under 50% of the account because the minimum you're really supposed to use is 2K, but I put it at 4K just to be safe. So I increase decrease the risk by 50%. So you'll always be risking about 50% of the account. Now this is the back test. Was risking 50%. Things could change, right? So this is back test, this is data, and this is throughout all events that happen. We have COVID, we have Russia-Ukraine war, we have Trump taking over office, we have the tariff season. Here was June the 28th. Here was the big drawdown. June 28th, that was the big drawdown when markets dropped. So again, in the income, you guys would see the finish. I'll tag it here in the income video. I'll tag the income video here for reference. But you'll see on AUDUSD, it was specified that the drawdown was less than $2,000 for a 5K account. So then you can use minimum 2K. So I decreased the risk by using a 4K balance with the same settings. But now it's on growth, meaning you'll be risking a certain amount of the account. Alright guys, so this is the analysis report on the 4K minimum balance growth system. Again, using the Aussie USD. As you can see here, the key points to note. You can pause this video and look over it. 600% in the last 5 years and 10 months. Good results. Seeing that the actual trader would show you this is real good results. I think this could almost outperform the S&P 500. But anyhow, the daily average profit is 0.29%, monthly average profit 8.6%. And as you can see over the months here, there was no negative months. Yeah. And if you could jog your memory a little bit, you can remember like which month certain events happen on. So as this bot works, and I've said it multiple times, it works on movement. More movement, the better. March 2020, COVID. Then the next biggest move, I think, that place make move. 2023 January. I think this was the end of COVID. COVID started the Ukraine-Russia war. This was the end of COVID. This was the start of the war. Last year, average. Then we had April. April was tariff season. March, April was tariff season. Then June, it had when Trump introduced more tariffs, and well, I don't have to have that data on the 10th, but yeah, but key points to note, right? Daily profit 0.29%, monthly profit 8.61. Profit in money, this is with an initial balance of 10,000. Now, hell, if you go with, let's say 100,000, you could do it. The only factor you need to account for is basically the max lots available. You could actually have open, and as you can see here, somewhere here it had it. Nah, let's see it. But anyhow, so now you're watching. I have two reports in front of you. one with 600%, one with 1200 almost, but well, more than double the percentage. How? Now, if I show you how, just want you to look at the monthly performance. It is increased dramatically. April 11.56, 8.14, March 28%, March 18%. This is more risk, more reward. That's basically what this is. See the detailed report here. This is with using the 3K minimum balance. So there's two settings I have. I have a medium risk and a higher risk. The medium risk, using for every 4,000 in your account, 4,000, it uses this settings. And versus every 3K. So if you have 10K, it would register how much the minimum lots open would be same. No, would be minimum 0.3, while with the 4K it be 0.2. So you start fast already. Same account size, just more risk. Because again, the income system was showing under 2,000% $2,000 drawdown. So now if you do double that, it'll be 4K. If you do 1.5 times that, it'll be 3K. So you could use this mad mutual funds. Now I didn't include the price at the bottom. I'm still trying to work out that price. I was thinking more on the line about 500 USD to sell, and well, there's also the option on mutual funds. How it's gonna work? It is still available. We're only gonna use it on the growth account. There'll be a max deposit cap because I can't have it injecting $1,000 here into our system when we're gonna be using either Sense account, and then from when the Sense account reaches a certain amount, you'll go across a USD account. I can't have you just injecting a large sum here when you could just buy the bot and operate it yourself. There'll be no withdrawal restrictions, so you can withdraw anytime. There would be a 80-20 split on profits only, not capital. So let's say you put in $100 for the month, you make $8, $10. You lose yours, you lose mine. Simple. That's how it go. Now again, this working on percentage. 1% on $100 is $1. 1% on $1,000 is $10. 1% on $100,000 is $1,000. So that's basically. So this money is the data presented are backtested data that shows potential returns. We are not financial advisors. I am not I'm not one of those guys. I wouldn't say a mathematician, but I'm a math enthusiast by hobby because I like it. We do not accept any liability or any responsibility for any losses accrued while using EAs. This has been the AUDUSD growth presentation. So thanks for watching, and I don't know how this go. We changed our logo, as you can see. But yeah, shop at Mad Designs, guys. Support the business, support the hustle. Money how to make. So that was the end of that presentation, right, guys? So yeah, so that was the growth. We're settled on that growth. You could see the huge difference from the Euro USD to the AUD USD. Visual representation. I think I could give you guys one of that. Hold on. Let's see. From a target point. Yeah. Visually, Euro USD, as you can see, Euro USD, drawdowns. Ooh, drawdowns. Versus smooth sailing, one drawdown. And that drawdown was relative to the balance. data settings, right guys? So that has been the presentation on the growth account, the only growth account. I can set up the others, but I won't be setting up the others because it doesn't make sense. If you have a growth account, the growth is supposed to be an entire balance, while an income would be a fixed amount you're working with. Why? It's basically because growth has a settings. Basically, it leverages the entire account. It uses the entire account, while income uses a portion. So, for instance, the minimum account balances that I suggest would be 2K, 4K, 6. That's because the drawdown is not exceeding that amount for the last 5 years. Whereas with the growth, it's going to use the entire account as a leverage, increasing the minimum lot size that's opening and the basket TP you're going to be hitting. All these things that account for. So, yeah, guys. So, well, thanks for watching. I hope you guys understand. You guys can reach out to me anytime. I won't put my contact, but reach out to me in the comments. I return you guys messages. Hope those are personal number. Let's make some money, right? And stay tuned for part two of this breakdown. It's a lot, right? It's a lot. So bear with me, guys. The second part is the income. So I'm gonna be breaking down the 6 PS on the income, um, and its past performance and the statistics. And I also have a special in that presentation called portfolios. So you guys want to stay tuned for that.